All right, this is the start of my 6.5 horse Predator engine Prowler build with power steering. I did this by adding a extension to my drive shaft off my motor, coming over to a pillow block. It's all mounted on this, I'm calling it a drive mount for the Predator engine. You can see it's a separate piece, and I got rubber bushings or vibration pads is more what they are, mounted to the frame. It's a lot different than most of the ones on YouTube, because most people just attach weld the shaft to the transmission shaft and come straight over to the sprocket off of it. So I figured it'd be better to have a drive line though. That way if your shaft isn't welded on straight enough, it doesn't wear out your carrier bearing or whatever kind of bearing is inside your transmission. I'm no engineer, so I'm not sure, but I figured this might be a little bit easier to assemble and disassemble, and maybe even make this mount in a design that makes it universal for multiple models. I don't know for sure, not yet. It's just how I decided to build this one, and it's pretty neat. I made my own drive shaft, square tubing, and it's these U-joints are 1-inch keyed shaft openings. Welded that square tubing on flat directly, and then this other U-joint right here is a 1 1/4 inch, and that 1-inch square tubing just fit right down inside there into the keyway here. One corner did, and then to keep it from twisting on me, I tapped in some set screws on the face, on each face of the square tubing, and tightened them down. Over here, the way I attached it, because I couldn't find the spline, or I couldn't easily find a U-joint, and I still haven't found it, a U-joint with the spline fitting here, or that fit into the, that particular set of splines. So I added some welds to it, to the transmission shaft, and added some welds to it to fill it a little bit more, and then I blew a hole through it and put this shear bolt in there, which I kind of like better. That way if this thing gets away from you or something and runs into a tree, just go ahead and shear it off, probably, hopefully. Granted, that'll probably never happen, but that's how I built that. Got the power steering, or I got the steering column coming up. That's how I attached it at the base here. That's how I attached it up top. Building my own cab. This is all just the rough part of it. The rough framing. So, yeah, I'll put up a video of it running. And, in my transmission, I made a mount right here. For my transmission, I'm gonna make another one for the other side. That way it doesn't hop around. Hops a little bit just with one mount, so I gotta put another one on there. So, let me start it up and show it to you with the power steering going. And, all right.